I don't know. You should try this. This shit is a real good, high in protein snack. It tastes so fucking good.
Alex too old. Randy Graham was drafted too high. Vinny Curry.
Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. So, time for me to answer these questions. I got nice questions, good feedback. This is for the 21 gun salute, 21 questions. We're gonna answer these questions real quick. We're gonna get into it. So, my bad, knock my little shit off. So Chris Royal asks, if you have a son and he grows up and gets drafted by the Cowboys, which team do you cheer for? I cheer for the Eagles. My son will play for the Cowboys and still cheer for the Eagles. That's the bottom line. Chris Royal also asks, if someone were to visit Pennsylvania, what are the go-to spots to eat? Pennsylvania's pretty big, but I'm going to go with Philly. That's my spot. That's where I'm from. For real, all your chain restaurants are the same in most cities. You know what you're going to get from your Del Frisco's and all them high-end steak places like that. I don't do Ruby Tuesdays, Applebee's, and nothing like that. If I'm going to go out, it's going to be some high-end cut Kobe beef type shit. You know what you're gonna get from that, but the most stuff, my best memories from growing up in Philly, living in Philly, is getting me a cheesesteak platter from the Poppy store. You know what I mean? It come with a free can soda, but there's all type of food down there that you could get. Denaya Edmonds, Lord Brunson, could you by any chance get Kyle Pizzle to join you on an episode so you can trash talk him face to face? That would be hilarious. P.S. Fly equals fly. Kyle Pizzle don't want that smoke. Derek James, who is your favorite Eagles player of all time? This was a really hard question for me. I'm going to say, I got two. I'm going to say one would be Troy Vincent. I had three. Troy Vincent, Randall Cunningham, and Brian Westbrook. Yeah, and Brian Westbrook. Jeremiah Trotter was my guy too. Where you hiding? Asked. I'm going to LA game to hopefully see the revenge of Carson Wentz's injury. If you had to go to any game away from the link, just out of traveling purposes, which game would you go to? Easy. I go to the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. I go to the Dallas Cowboys Stadium knowing that I was going to get into an altercation while there or after the game, because we're going to stump them and I'm going to talk my talk. Michael Banks asks, how can I get a jersey my size in the big men's? I wear like a 7X. We could work something out for you, Mike, on that. We could do a little research. They you know what I mean? They made EDP a jersey. Maybe, I know EDP been losing some weight. Maybe I could reach out to EDP, get one of his jerseys, get him to sign that joint for you, and get it to you. That's something we could work on. What is your biggest fear, and do you love roller coasters? I love your banner. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that stuff on the banner. My biggest fear is, I really don't have one of those, you know. Any big type fear is just a fear, period. You know, no fear really outweighs another fear. I don't really have one. Do I like roller coasters? I actually love roller coasters, though. My lord, what is your favorite movie of all time? Apocalypto is my favorite movie of all time. If you haven't seen Apocalypto, it is life-changing. Yes. What's the last Eagles game you've been to? I'm sorry, that last question was by Brad Underwood. We're going to Airy Kibbles. What was the last Eagles game you've been to? The last Eagles game I've been to was Eagles versus the Washington Redskins, where Carson Wentz did that amazing Houdini play and escaped that gaggle of sacks that was coming his way. That's the last game I've been to. Jay Swan, is Big Ben a top 10 quarterback of all time? No. David in Atlanta, simple. What makes you think the Falcons can't, what makes you think you can't lose to the Falcons? And why is your fan base so arrogant? Well, most of them. Well, we can't lose to the Falcons because we won't lose to the Falcons. It's as simple as that. Sometimes when you know something and when you know what's going to happen, just know what's going to happen. My fan base ain't arrogant. The Eagles have the best fan base in the world. Your fan base salty because you don't have a ring. Tavin Jacob, I know I've been hogging the questions, but this is a big one. Do you think the Eagles should keep Foles for leverage or trade him to a bottom-of-the-barrel team for picks and cash consideration? Keep up the good work, man. Thank you. I will keep up the good work. I believe we should keep Nick Foles for leverage. We proved that having 2 good quarterbacks is needed in this game. It can ultimately get you the Super Bowl. This isn't the first time a backup has won a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I believe we should keep him. Philly boy from Texas, do you believe in Jesus and do you have a relationship with him? Yes, I believe in Jesus. When I went to Afghanistan, my girlfriend, who is now my wife, got me to, I told her I wanted another neck tattoo. She said I should get a cross. So what I did was got this cross right here. And I've been having pretty decent luck ever since. Another Tavin Jacoby, I'm sorry. Who are your top 10 cornerbacks in the game? Top 10 cornerbacks in the game, and who's on the brink of being top 10? I like that kid Lattimore from the Saints. I like Patrick Peterson. I like Xavier Rhodes. I like Jalen Ramsey. I like the guy that plays on the other side of Jalen Ramsey. Well, did I say Xavier Rhodes? Yeah, I think I said Xavier Rhodes. I like Ronald Darby as well. Top 10, Janoris Jenkins, he's a dog. Top 10. Richard Sherman is still top 10 in my opinion. I gotta still put the guy in there who just went to the Rams, who was at Denver. Chris Harris Jr. is also there, and Hakeem Talib, who's on the brink. Sidney Jones. Easy question. Man of God 84, my God, which Eagles player and players do you think is going to have a breakout year this season? I think Sidney Jones is going to have a breakout year, especially if they put him in a slot. I think Derek Barnett is also going to have a breakout year, simply because we don't know how our guy is coming back, how he's coming back. So if he comes back healthy after his foot injury, then I still think he won't come out and get as many reps as he normally would. So I think Barnett off the edge is going to have a big year. He is also the guy who sealed the game for us. So Eagles fan for life. What's better tailgate food do you prefer? Crabs and beer or wings and beer? Well, my wife would definitely say crabs, being as though she's from the DMV. I'm going to say wings, fries, and beer. I need more. Brian Maduku. Do you think the Eagles would be foolish to get rid of Foles with Carson Wentz coming off the ACL tear? I absolutely think that's foolish. That's why we ain't doing it, because we smart. Crazy Bug 1. Okay, how do you feel about the linebacker situation? I really don't feel like the linebacker situation is a question mark. I feel like we've improved. Now we got one guy getting suspended for the first game. Jordan Hicks is coming back. I feel like we've improved. We lost Kendricks. I did not want to lose Kendricks, but you know, I think we improved. If Hicks could play every game this year, we've drastically improved in the linebacker situation. So, and last but not least, my guy Junior Busio. What was your motivation / reason for joining the military? Simple. I'm from Philadelphia. You know, I've done a lot of things in Philadelphia. I've done, like, I don't want to sound, you know, typical or like, you know, but you know what it is. You know what can go on in the inner city. I partook in all of that type of stuff. I just wanted to change my life, because the things that we were getting into as young men, you know, mind you, I'm only 31. The things we were getting into as young men was getting my friends either locked up or killed in the streets. So I feel like I might as well just go to the Army. What's the least that could happen? I can go to Afghanistan and see war. It's war in the streets already. So war is war in my opinion. So yeah, that was my motivation. I just wanted a better life. I got some family members that were in the military, prospered in the military, also from Philly, and you know, I seen how their life turned out. They were comfortable in their situation, so I just wanted that. And, you know, to be able to have that already at 31, I think I made the right decision. So yeah, that's the end of the 21 gun salute with Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you. And we're gonna do this again next month. Get 21 more questions, and we're gonna fly through that, answer them. answer them.